Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to the 33rd episode of Sub's Choice, the series where you decide what I fly out by leaving me your requested planes in the comments below. Today we're flying out the Ju-87 D-5 with a gunpod requested by Gooboy911, and he wanted me to fly it out in realistic battle, and so that is exactly what we are doing. And I found out that this plane loses quite a bit of its roll rate when you equip these gun pods, and that messes a lot with the maneuverability that this plane has, which normally is fantastic on lower speeds. Not when it's fast. When it goes above 450 it really has major control stiffening and even without the gun pods the plane is not maneuverable on high speeds. But with the gun pods it's still maneuverable and it can still turn with many fighters, but it loses its major edge that it has usually. Of course you can also not use this plane as a boom and zoomer or an energy fighter, because the acceleration in the plane is crap and the energy retention is crap. Oh, here's the P-51. Don't go head on with me. That's not a good idea. 620mm is fantastic. Great firepower on the plane. Two 20mm with 500 rounds per gun, and the gun pods hold 200 rounds per gun and holds 4 guns, so that's quite nice. Epic firepower on this plane, really fantastic. Ammo load is quite decent as well, especially on the 2 wing mounted guns. There again it's a head-on. Fantastic for our second kill. The plane also has air brakes, which is nice. It can really help with turning sometimes or slowing down to make somebody overshoot you quicker. It also has an air start, so you can start from altitude, which is quite important for this plane. But again, you cannot really boom and zoom with it, as the cruising speed on this plane is low and the maximum dive speed is 680, and it stiffens up majorly before then at 450, so this plane really can't be used in that role, unfortunately. But you can get a little bit to altitude and maybe surprise a few people. The pilot is well protected. This plane is well armored in that sense, so you can go for head-ons, and with the weapons it has, it is really a head-on monster, which is nice. And if you want that, you can put a lot of bombs on this plane, but of course we are not doing that right now. We had to use the gun pods because that was the request. This thing is also an excellent bomber hunter. You really, it's one pass is enough most often. Now I already mentioned some of the downside. The plane is slow. It has low roll rate with these gun pods, so the turn time is still okay, but the overall maneuverability is not. The energy retention is crap, bad. The climb rate is also crap, bad acceleration, and the plane overheats as well when you web. So lots of downsides, but still, if you look at this plane, I mean, it's made for either as a ground attacker role or as a bomber interceptor, and then you go after other planes. And you can have a lot of fun with head-ons in this plane, like I said. So it's really a plane, it's like a derp weapon. This is a major gunship that you're flying. And you're just flying into confrontations like this one with this 109 fighting the P-47, and then you're just hoping that one of the enemies thinks, hey man, there's a Ju-87 coming in. This is great, I'm gonna go head on with him. and then you're gonna have a lot of fun. Or you decide to have the head on, turn over, and if he's not dead, then you can actually get them in a dogfight, especially something like a P-47. Now he's coming down, and I expect him to turn up at any time to come for the head-on. And he's not, he's actually diving down further, and we do finish him off. Actually think he lost his engine there at the last part of that dive. But 6 20mm make quick work of such confrontation. 3 kills, and the last guy on the enemy team was a Halifax, and this is actually my 3rd ally that dies from the airfield guns. That is You see 3 smoke columns there. It's quite sad story, but it happens. Sometimes I also decide to go in, and you just have to be really quick. You have to come from altitudes, preferably from cloud cover, and then you gotta rush in and get the hell out of there. But with this plane, with the speed this plane has, that is a no-go. So I'm just gonna circle the airfield here. He's sitting there at the edge of the runway, and I have all the time in the world. He's still sitting there a few minutes later, and well, the extra vehicles just spawned. So I guess I'm gonna kill a group of those. Why not in the meantime? I mean, if the Halifax decide to come off the airfield, we might as well get a few ground targets here, right? There we go, that's 1, that's 2. This is very nice, you know, you deploy the air brakes, you come down, you have all the time in the world to pop quite a few vehicles in one pass. This plane can be excellent as a ground attacker, most definitely. Few bombs, you have a lot of bomb options on this thing, which is quite nice. If you want that, right? Here we go. Another few ground vehicles. Yes, come to Papa. That's the whole group. Brilliant. Now let's see what's happening with the Halifax. Oh, yeah. He's actually driving off the runway. Taking off. That's fantastic. We are in exactly the right position. I'm so happy these vehicles spawned right underneath me. But otherwise, I probably would have remained here and circle until he came off that runway. Actually, props to this guy for taking off. I mean, he could have J'd out as well. You see that happening these days a lot as well. But this guy decided, hey man, I can get a few guys maybe with my guns. Why not? He probably saw my dot, but he probably didn't know what I was. So he thought, well, I'll take my chances. Let's go gunship and let's see how many of those guys I can take with me. I can only have respect for that. So I'm in the right position. I position myself to go for the head-on here, and here we go. And like I said, this thing is a bomber hunter. No chance, no chance. 4th kill in this match with 6 ground targets, and you can't really get any better than that in this plane. Well, maybe you could if you get a better situation. I don't know, but this was I flew a few matches in it. This was the best, the best I got at short notice. And the key 94 is coming out, so I only had 1 evening. 4 kills, 6 ground targets, and 1 assist. First place in the team. Let's see what kind of rewards we got for that performance. Let's check it out. We got quite a few special rewards there. We've got Final Blow, Terror of the Sky, Bulletproof, and On Hand. We have 48,000 Silver Lions and 2,400 research points. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now the Ju-87 D-5 is a fantastic little dirt plane, especially with these gun pods. You can have a lot of fun in it. And I think it's meant for that kind of role, just fun, bomber hunting, and after that see what you can get. I mean, it's not good in many things except turning. It's not fast, it's not good in a dive, it locks up, it's slow, it doesn't have acceleration, it doesn't have energy retention, but it has fantastic firepower and you can have some nice shenanigans in this. Fly it out with a friend and you'll have an evening of joy. Now, guys, make sure to leave me your new request in the comments below for the next episode. Vote on the choices that you like, and the request with the most likes wins and gets featured in the next episode. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.